Good morning, good morning. Welcome to today's ad-free live stream, Thursday. It's going to be a good day today. If you're here for the first time, welcome. My name is Tyler, and I'm going to help navigate you through the wild world of day trading futures. During these live streams, I'm going to be breaking down live price action, sharing my daily trading bias and real-time trades to give you a front row seat to all the action. No fluff, maybe a little sarcasm, all that good stuff. Now, if you're watching after the stream, you can jump right down to the key moments using the chapter markers below this video, where you'll find all the trades that I've taken along with a detailed explanation so you can learn exactly what I was thinking and why. Lastly, for those of you looking to take your trading to the next level, you can do so by using the code DTJ to get a eval account with Apex, 80% off your next Apex account, where you'll find all the links, the codes down in the description of this video. DTJ, there it is. That's it. So let's go ahead. Let's open up in prayer and then let's rock and roll. I got a little bit of a late start. My son was a little bit behind. So Father, we welcome you to our trading journey. We thank you, Father, you've given us the ability to produce wealth. And Lord, we choose to be patient and receive what you have for us. We renounce any greed, selfish ambition, any lust for more, any lust for money. We renounce that in Jesus' name, and we thank you, Father. You are the provider of all of our needs, not the market, not our own abilities, but it is by your hand that we are profitable. Thank you, Father, for the ability to produce wealth. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, folks, welcome. Glad you're here this morning. We are going to have a great day today. Josh, Northern, Viking, good morning. Glad to have you guys this morning. It's going to be a good one. Going to be a good day. Let me check out the charts here and let's get going. I still have stuff to set up, but we had heck of a day yesterday. We took that 60 handle long, and then we just collapsed for like 200 points. I did end up taking a trade short and was able to capitalize on that. That was really nice. I did not copy it on all my accounts though. That's the one thing. It's like when I'm done for the day, I close my copier and I refuse to copy any accounts. So it was only on one individual account. I made like $500, which copied on a bunch of accounts, that would have been pretty nice. That's not what happened though. Sandra, good morning. Jesse, Ingrid, good morning. We're gonna rock and roll. Okay, I'm just getting my copier set up here. We're gonna want to mark our highs and lows. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and start marking your highs and lows for the previous day. Also, you're gonna wanna mark your London high and London low if it's applicable. We'll do that here in a second. And then we're also gonna do it on ES. I should have known this, and I do know this. It was very helpful to know when NQ or ES hit their highs and lows, so I wasn't going short or long when the other indice hit its previous day high or low. And yesterday, when it hit its previous day low and I was looking at going short on NQ, I decided not to, and good thing I didn't, because it didn't go. So being able to reference that, I think, is just going to be a little, it's going to be helpful. But all my NQ is going to be off, or ES is going to be off screen for me today. It normally is. And I'll reference it and pop it on screen every once in a while. But I'm right now putting the highs and lows on ES. All right, so we got our high and low there. Let's go ahead and mark our opening range, or our new day opening gap. I think it was a pretty large one, to be honest. Yeah, it was right here. So we're gonna want to mark that. I like to name it. It is the 24th. Next, we'll mark our midnight open. Oops. Somewhere around here. Here's our London low. London low is sitting at 3 a.m. That's our London low. And it looks like London high has been ran. We'll just mark it so we can reference it. Next thing I want to do is go to regular trading hours. And I want to see what we got for our lows and highs for the PM session. PM session is after 1:30. So here's our 1:30 time. So it was after 1:30 right here. And I'm going to say, I mean, this is our previous day is our PM session low. The PM session is also our previous day low. Yeah, we had such a drop yesterday. That's going to be our previous day high. Or not, excuse me, our PM session high. So there's our previous day PM high sitting right there. We have our previous day low sitting right here. We got 5 minutes till open. Sorry, I haven't looked at anybody's comments. Just kind of want to get things situated. So we got our new, did I mark that incorrectly? I did. This is a new day. New day opening gap low for the 24th. A little bit of a sell-off right now. Hit this new week opening gap sitting right here. We have liquidity and a 15-minute fair value gap sitting right up here. That's attractive. Also, we do have, when we look at a higher time frame, when we look at this higher time frame, this is the daily. We have this fair value gap sitting over here, which we didn't completely fill that. So we have a daily fair value gap sitting right here. You can see it if I turn on the data points. So we got that fair value gap sitting right there. But we also have these relatively equal highs sitting right here. That's also attractive. The only downside I have to this idea, to this basically bias, a bullish bias, is that this candle closed below these up close candles, creating a bearish order block. However, I could say the exact opposite. We ran into this bullish order block right here and rejected it. And if we were to even go on the weekly, look at this weekly candle and look at this wick right here. This is an order blocks high, and look at that level there. Does that not hit it to the freaking almost tick? I mean, I'm zooming in. Okay, so that is the order block high, and that is the low. We're looking at by one tick, we came away from that. That's pretty incredible. So when I see precision like that and a massive rejection of that, I start thinking to myself, well, if we rejected that and we had this nice rejection, we may see higher prices. So I'm not against higher prices at the moment. We just got to see what the market wants to do here at open. So now that we got a bigger, higher time frame view, let's drop down to the 4-hour and let's see what we have as far as points here. I'm going to take off our new week opening gaps. I'm getting rid of some of these things here because it's just too messy for me. Oops. We just got an offer accepted last night! Exclamation point. All right, I know I'm missing open. This is just bothering me, so I need to get it taken care of. It looks like we're getting reaction here. Let's drop down to the 1 minute here. Let's mark our 9:30 here. And then let's add our opening range gap. All right, so we filled the opening range gap right away. It literally gave us no entry anyway. But I like a sell-off right at the morning, right off open to actually move higher. There's a London low that was just grabbed. Yes, there was a breaker, but it was literally at the 9:30 opening candle. I don't think I would have ever taken that. High, low, higher, high. Barely. fair value gap breaker with it to the tick. Quite the reaction there. Okay. I think I'm all settled and good. Richard, good morning. Deborah, good morning. Villainous, Jordy, good morning. Tesla had a huge overnight gain, almost 10% in earnings. Well, I mean, doesn't surprise me. Freaking the man himself. All right, so we got our first fair value gap too, right, sitting right here. I do want to pull over our weekly fair value gap. Do I still have that on here? There's Monday. I want to keep an eye on this. I've been wanting to watch this. This is the first fair value gap of the week. And so far, we've seen it react a few times at different levels. But nothing I would take a trade on. Hoo-wee. Let me get situated. All right, let's hit that like button. Let's get up to, based on the numbers that we got in here, let's hit 18. Let's hit 18 likes this morning. We get to 18. You know what? Let's go for 20. Once we hit 20, that'll give me the green light to take an on-screen trade. And if you weren't here yesterday for the on-screen trade, that was a 60 handle move we took. It was a good move. Sora, good morning. TOC, good morning. All right, this is a nice candle. We aren't taking it because there's a fair value gap here. Let's go to the 2 minute. 2 minute looks better. We get a close above this on the 2 minute. Sitting right there in 17 seconds. I doubt we're going to get it. And I don't think I'd want to take it anyway. I mean, actually, right off the morning, it's not bad for a manipulation leg that we've had. But we're not getting that. 5 minute candle. Got 4 more likes, folks. 4 more. So there's the London high. We swept that high. Buy side liquidity sitting up here. We got equal highs on the dailies that are sitting up there. Look how nicely that ran to the midpoint, right where London low is. It's like the algorithm planned out the London low and the opening range gap to be at this point. Coincidence? I don't know. Could we see lower prices? What do you guys think? Are we bullish or bearish today? We didn't hit Wednesday close yet. Wednesday? What is significant about Wednesday close? That'd be something new for me. See how the 2 minute is really close to this 1 minute? I kind of would want the 2 and 1 minute to overlap to run this high. That's what I'd be looking for. 2 minute right here. Nice. Clean. 1 minute sitting right here. It's so close to that high. I'd want the 2 minute and 1 minute to close, obviously to close at the same time because it would. But I would want it to close above this level, I think. And that would give me 64 to 76. That's 12 handles. That's plenty. Oh, my London sessions are from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. New day opening gap is way up here. Was it? Was it way up there? Sorry, I do have it on here, but I took it off when I was getting rid of all of the clutter for me, because that's all the clutter that I got on here. I'm about to start taking some of them off. Actually, I can take this 10 and 11 new day opening game off. So new day opening gap is down here. Take off this one. Yes, we could go down to, yes, I could see that. Reaching for the new day opening gap and filling this opening range gap. That is an absolute possibility. We don't have a fair value gap to the downside though. We would have to play a rejection, basically a resistance of the first fair value gap there. We did put in a order block potentially, and we wicked into that 5 minute level. Very small. Let's see if it wants to push. If it pushes lower, that also ran into this breaker sitting over here. Sitting right there. That's a breaker. I don't know if you can see it on my, yeah, you can see it over there. That's a breaker. I'm having a hard time just because we ran this London low. We did grab liquidity. And there's not a fair value gap to give me confidence to play an inversion fair value gap. to add to the confirmation that this is a breaker that's going to work. We did come up into this last fair value gap, wicked into it multiple times. Yeah, I mean it makes sense to go lower right now. What do we got for news? Let's just make sure we're not missing anything. FX calendar. Today is Thursday. We got 8:30 news, unemployment claims, 9:45 flash manufacturing PMI. So in 2 minutes, we got news. And at 10 o'clock, we got home sales. So we're going to wait for 2 minutes. Now, what I expect, if this is what it is, boom, teleportation lower. Lower. That's what I would expect. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to take it. With a single micro? Could I do that? No, you can't do that. That's childish. Here's what I'd like to see. If we get the candle, we wick up to this level, 930, and we close back in the range and we start pushing lower, I'll play that momentum. I think that's the only way I would consider taking a trade like this. Do I got this all set up? Okay, this is the chart I'll be taking trades on. Yes, there's nothing on there, but because all of it's right here, folks. 20 seconds. I like the word flash PMI. Let's see if it flashes for us. Okay. Sweep these. And then maybe with 10 seconds left, we push lower. We got home sales at 10 o'clock. I don't think that's going to do much, but it's orange folder news. Wasn't it? I think it was. Orange folder. Yes, sir. Okay, supporting the narrative. Let's get a close below this fair value gap. I think that's really what I need to see. It closed below this fair value gap. Because we haven't had another fair value gap since this push lower to the London low. So I'm not going to be very, I don't want to jump on top of things here. Also, it's midnight open, but it seems to want to go that way. So let's see if we can get a close like this, a wick up into some of this level here, and maybe take a trade off of that. Good morning, Jay. Good morning. Michael, good morning. Thanks for the PMI news update. Okay, no close, and then we wick below it. We did close, but we closed right at that level and then flashed below that. Guys, my wife and I went to go vote yesterday in person. In-person early voting started, and we went to the line. Okay, we're sitting here. I know we're waiting. I need to show you guys. I don't even know if we can if I can show you that. Can you see that? Let's see. This was in-person voting before election day, and it went around the building. So we decided to my wife decided to go back this morning because she didn't want to wait in line, and she just texted me, said the line's even longer than yesterday. We talked to the election commissioner that was there, and he's like, we are breaking all kinds of records right now. Look at the manipulation that's happening. Okay. A close below here is very probable for lower prices, with 2 black candles engulfing this candle here inside this first fair value gap. What I want is I want a candle. I want a retracement right here, and then I would take that. I don't want it to hit this level. It can't. Okay, so there's that. Let's see if we can get, if it can give it to us here before. I don't like how it wicked lower first. I would have rather seen this wick higher and then go lower. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to take anything there. It's not the setup that I want. But I can see this rejecting right here and then pushing lower. Right under London lows, under midnight open, rejection right here, and a push lower. Absolutely could see that. But I am not taking it. In all this price action, we haven't had a single fair value gap. Part of the reason why I'm saying no, and I'm just being careful. Just being careful. Here's the rejection, right? Tagged of London low. Let's see if it pushes lower right here. That would have been a great entry, to be honest. If you did take that, your stop loss would be at the mean threshold of this order block. So it'd be right at 20,325. Right above the mean threshold. That would be your stop loss. And with the lack of fair value gaps, that makes this less attractive. We have not seen a fair value gap, even with that large push, that makes this less attractive. Okay, it's becoming less attractive as the more candles we see with less fair value, with zero fair value gaps. All right, there would be the break even for that. This is why I'm being careful. I liked that tag of the London low, but in the next 2 candles, we didn't get a single fair value gap. I'll wait. Still sitting inside of the hour fair value gap. I haven't even looked at the hourly. Let's go to the hourly real quick. 7 minutes for it to close. We'll see where that closes here. We got this hourly BISI sitting right here, which this candle has filled it almost completely. Let's check out the 4 hour. I do like these. Oh, who put that? Sandra. I do like that. I do like these new day opening gaps. That just looks, it's screaming, hey, I haven't been traded to yet. Hello? Come fill this volume imbalance. Come fill this gap. That's what that's screaming to me. And look how it left it there. Okay? Here's what I want. I want manipulation, and I want a nice large fair value gap. I need fair value gaps. I need it. We just need them. So maybe new home sales are holding it up. The news at 10. Who knows? All right, I need one person. Roger, welcome. What's the stock? This is the Nasdaq. This is the Nasdaq contract NQZ 2024. We trade the futures. This is the futures market. I like futures because there's better tax breaks and the volatility is amazing. I like volatility. Starting out, I didn't. Woo, boy. When I saw those candles print, I was just like, what just happened? $200 in a second? That's basically what that was. All right, look at the rejection of that first fair value gap. Let's jump to the 2 minute. Let's see if we got a 2 minute. Do we got a 3 minute? Nope. 1 minute. 30-second. There's literally nothing here, guys. Look at this 30-second close right here. Great setup. And we're not even hitting that yet. I just don't like this. So we have this low, high, lower, low. We hit the London lows, liquidity, and we had a rejection candle, close above this inversion fair value gap, but right now we're not hitting that high yet. We will, but look how long it took. I don't like that. Me no likey. So, I think we're making the right decision by sitting. We're making the right decision by waiting. So I'm popping this poll up here because my wife and I went to the election office to vote, do our early voting, and I was utterly shocked on the volume of people that were showing up, standing in line during work hours, after work hours. The commissioner said that if we came here tomorrow morning, it still would be a 30-minute wait. Last night it was an hour wait, so we walked away. How many of you guys are planning on voting this election? You bet, Jay. Look how it's hanging around the first fair value gap. Yeah, some of you can't. I get that. Yeah, when I was putting this together, I was not thinking about the rest of the world. I forget that. I think over half of you guys At least 25% of you guys are outside the country. That's a great time to go, Richard, when all the parents are picking up kids. I was shocked on how many people. I just showed a picture. I was shocked on how many people were standing in line. I'm assuming, Roger. I mean, the whole early voting push was simply because of what happened 4 years ago. All right, here's what I think is going to happen here. Big move, crappy price action right around here, and then we go, whoo, we slip right through it, and then we move higher. That's what I kind of want to see. Ingrid, well, congratulations on becoming a citizen of the United States. There was once a day here in America where citizenship meant something significant. I believe it still does, but it's seemingly eroding away the value of becoming a citizen, especially when non-citizens are getting so much financial support from the government, and the citizens of our country are not. But congratulations. That is a big deal. My family, my wife's family are all immigrants. My wife's from Africa. Her mom came here first generation in America, and they got their citizenship. I remember when all that was taking place. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. High, low, higher, high. We've got a low, high, lower, low, rejection right here. There's 10 a.m. All right, let's see what happens. We got a little bit of animation here this morning with that candle. Let's see if this breaker wants to hold. I have this 2 minute here. I probably will take this 2 minute long or 1 minute long. I would like the 2 and 1 minute to close at the same time to run this high right here. All right, new candle, closed red, basically a doji candle. It didn't grab the highs, it didn't grab these lows, just a little blip in the trend. And right now I don't really see the trend. I'm not seeing the trend right now. We still have not closed above. Honestly, a 5 minute change in state of delivery is at the 9:30 opening price right here, because that is the candle that swept these lows, swept the London low. So for me to be 100% confident, we need to close above 9:30 on the 5 minute time frame. It doesn't mean we can't take a 2 minute long, but we would want to watch the 5 minutes, see where it closes in relation to taking that long to see if it's going to sustain or not. The 2 minute closes in 2 minutes. So a 1 minute close is not one that I would take. I hope the 1 minute does not close above this. There it goes. Dang it. No opportunity there. We just swept that high, so nothing there is available. We're now looking at this as a breaker. I guess we could still see lower prices. Let's undo that. That's still a breaker. Coming back up into this level, into this breaker as well. Oh, that's not a bad level right there. But I want to wait and see what happens with it. There's a nice 2-minute fair value gap right here. So the 2-minute did close, but it grabbed this liquidity already. So that's, to me, is irrelevant. There is another 2-minute to the downside. I'm not convinced yet which way we're going. I see reasons for lower prices, probably more than I see higher prices, to be honest. We got a lot of time on this candle. The problem is on the 2-minute. I could take this 1 minute if it closes in 25 seconds. Right there. Rejecting the 930. We got a lot of resistance right here though. It is also in premium, so it'd be a nice discount, or it'd be a better trade to take than anything. I'm gonna see how we close here in 2 seconds. All right, I think I am gonna try that. Did it get me in? Let's see if it wants to push right here. I think I want to move once, if we can get back lower. I'm not liking this reaction here. I'm feeling that was more manipulation than anything.
Order submitted.
Oh, it did not get me in all my accounts. That sucks. This is a 1 account trade right now. Still gonna see it through. As soon as we close below or run below this low right here, stop is moved to break even. I'm not going to let it run against me. If it wants to break me out of break even, that's fine. There would be no reason. We closed below the consequent encroachment of this wick. There's no reason to hold itself here other than we did tap into the first fair value gap of the day. Sitting right here. That's why I didn't trade. I'm on a different account. Son of a gun. Okay, stop is officially at break even. I'm gonna hold this to the new week new day opening gap low, which is sitting right here on, oh, don't run the other way on me. It's sitting right there. That is a horrible, horrible close. I'm going to close that with 10 handles. I do not like that wick at all. So that's a 10 handle win. I didn't like how that closed on me. Absolutely still could have held it to continue lower. I just did not like that, and seeing the price action we had earlier, I just didn't want to take that. We have these equal lows now that should be ran. Son of a gun. I was on the wrong account, so it didn't copy. But I'm not going to re-enter that trade. That opportunity is done. Let's look at the 2 minute. The 2 minute hasn't closed yet, actually. It closes in 1 minute. If this gives me an opportunity with the 2 minute, I will consider re-entering right here. If we don't run these lows and we close right here in this range in 50 seconds, I will look at re-entering that trade, but potentially to run those lows. Basically watching this fair value gap, a close below that to these lows. I'm still hesitant. I'm not getting in right now. I am not in. I'm not getting in quite yet. I want to see if it wants to wick up a little higher, give me a little better entry. If it changes red, I will get in. I needed to see the desire to run the other direction now. I'm not going to get in on this push higher. I want to see it do this, but then reject it and start moving the other way. I want it to prove to me it wants to run these. Jordy, sounds good, my friend. Enjoy your day. If you got any thoughts on the market, let me know. Drop it. Drop it in the chat. All right, so see how we closed below. I wanted to wait for a little bit. Usually in the first part of the candle, you'll get some type of retracement and then a push lower. So when we got this retracement, I'm like, well, I'm not going to get in right here. I need to see that it has the willingness to come back down and move this direction. Well, for the last minute and a half, we haven't seen that. Now, if this candle goes red within the next 30 seconds, I'll be all in on that sucker. But I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing the willingness to move the opposite direction. So we'll take it. We'll walk away. That trade idea is done, gone. It's disrespected this 2 minute. So it's telling us, like Jordy commented in the chat, that it's not being really clean. It's not being clean. I do like these equal lows here sitting right here, and this 1 minute fair value gap sitting right here. Okay. I do like that, but we've already seen a disrespect of price. It's just telling us that we should stay out and wait. Wait till we see good price action. It is our safest answer. When we see, 10, 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9 candles in a row, the same color, that's our indication that price is not doing the choppy back and forth thing again. So seeing that trend higher, we'll get a pullback. There'll be something for us to take. I promise you. I promise you. This is just the best option for us, because our first and primary goal is capital preservation. I would love to be able to catch it down to that level though, Jordy. Okay, real quick, I'll do my 30-second spiel here, just so I'm not leaving anybody out. I do have a wait list for the Purpose-Driven Trader Academy, which will give you access to the Discord. I've been working on the Discord. Oh, it's gonna be nice. I'm really excited about it. However, those that are on the wait list will get the lowest price ever. There will not be a lower price given, and I will give it to those on the wait list. After 5 days, I'll raise the price, and then it will be available to the general public. If you want the option to get that price, you can join the wait list. You can find it in my community, in the community notes of my YouTube channel. Feel free to go over there, click that last post, and join the wait list there if you are interested. Other than that, if you want to wait and see how people like it, then feel free to wait. There's no pressure to do anything whatsoever, okay? But just want to make sure I mention that so I don't have somebody later saying, oh, I didn't know. Because it will never be that price again. Opening price. Midnight opens down here. We're kind of back and forth between those two levels, aren't we? The discipline it takes to not to do anything in here, it's tough. I mean, I feel like the only trade we took was the only potential option. We got 10 handles out of it. That's not bad. Because it also did sweep this liquidity. It did come against 930. It did have a breaker right here. So there was multiple reasons for us to consider that. But look, it didn't even run this low. The very first low, it didn't even run. So we want to stay out of this. It can expand from this point and it can go without me. Or it needs to show me something aggressive. Like, let me give you an example. If we do this, and I already have my eyes set on these equal lows down here. If we went aggressive this way, and then all of a sudden we do one of these and then explode higher, oh, you better believe I will take whatever's right there, with the expectation that the sweep of liquidity and the aggressiveness of the candles are going to tell me the direction. Now, sometimes that's wrong. Sometimes that it doesn't work out that way. Sometimes it's double manipulation. So who said ES? Jordy. Whoa, ES looks a tad bit better. It does. It looks like it's ready to drop, doesn't it? Oh yeah, that looks good. High, low, higher, high. Sweep of liquidity, market structure shift, and change in state of delivery. We don't come quite back up to this level, but rebalance this fair value gap. And these up close candles here. London low is where? Let's see. We already grabbed London low, which was right here. So London low was grabbed. Unless it really wants to run and move to lower prices, you could potentially have this right here, that fair value gap on ES. But even still, I see a plausible scenario of doing something like this as well. So, to me, I'm still thinking 50-50 at the moment. Here, I'll drop it in. I'll drop it right here for you. Yeah, no worries. Not a big deal. That is the link to join the waitlist if you would like to join. TOC, yeah, there it is. Tyler, I dropped it in the chat for you. If you would like to see in a little more detail what's all included and what's going to happen, check out the community page on my YouTube channel. My last post, I put together basically a list of kind of the stuff you can expect in the Discord as well. I'll be dropping some more. Details on membership levels. I say membership levels. I should change the word. Membership sounds like there's a cost to it. There isn't. Let's call it trading progression levels. So as you grow as a trader, you graduate different titles and you get new titles within the community, and the different titles give you additional privileges, as well as ability to share any trading strategies you have, also help other starting out traders. Also, my bigger goal, I'm really excited about this because this isn't about me, this is a bigger thing I want to create, is I want to create a marketplace for people to have one-on-one type coaching. And when you hit a certain level within the community and your trading, you would qualify to actually start doing one-on-one coaching for other people within the community. And so when you do the coaching, there's money in that, right? Whether it's $50 for 30 minutes, $100 for an hour, you can make $100 by helping somebody else out in their own trading journey. And you only do it once you've proven you can be profitable and you can sustain profitability. It doesn't have to be a lot. I'm not looking at tens of thousands of dollars, but we're looking at, are you consistent? Do you have major losses? How are you handling drawdown? That kind of thing. And there'll be a whole process that I'm currently building out and trying to think through what those requirements are going to be. But I'm really excited because it's not about me. It's about those within the community helping others. So the goal is, my tagline for our community is financial freedom for kingdom impact. And one of the ways you can have impact is by helping other traders that want to grow but may just be stuck and don't have the answer to what it's supposed to look like. And maybe you've gotten through that period and you have something to share about it. I want you to have a voice to be able to help those people out, right? So I'm really excited about that. I'm sure there's going to be kinks and road bumps along the way, but I got the vision, I got the picture, and I'm really excited about it. All right, this doesn't look bad. Break even. 11 seconds. What time is it? 9:20, 10:22. I'm not going to take it. Why? We didn't run liquidity up here. We stopped. A minus setup. There's your entry. Your close would be a close above that. If the candle closes above that. Break even is when we run past that candle right there, or this low right here. So I'll mark it out for you, but I'm not taking this trade. So this is basically for those that are willing to take a little more risk, or for those that want to see why we wouldn't take this trade. So we want to mark it out and watch it. I got this giant tree in my yard, and holy cow, you can almost not even see my grass. It's huge. Okay, it did not close above this fair value gap. So because it didn't close above it yet, this trade is still technically live. You need to wait for the close of the candle to confirm your exit. That is part of the inversion strategy right here. I do not have one, Tyler. For that, I would close the trade right there, because it's clear to me we're going to run higher. So this is why we don't take this short. We never ran or swept liquidity here. I would have wanted it to sweep up here before we take a long. This short is not a high quality short because we didn't sweep liquidity. Yeah, look at that. Now, look at that. That's a good displacement candle. Now that we had this candle, now I'm going, pay attention. That's what I hear in my mind. Pay attention, Tyler. I have not done a TradingView and connection, but I guess I could. Absolutely. So the easiest way to do it, here, we can go. I'll do a quick one, right? I'll do a quick one. We got it's 10:25. There, I'm not gonna take anything right now. Let's see here. Make sure screen share. Are we? All right, so if you sign up for Apex, you're gonna need a TradeAvate account. I use TradeAvate. That's what I use. I don't use Rhythmic. So I'm only gonna show you TradeAvate. So you will log in with your username and password that you get on Apex. Look at that. Actually, let's pause for a second. Bet you if we drop down to the 30-second, we're going to have a nice, that's a decent 30-second. But still, we didn't grab anything here. This is going to run, most likely. Still, absolutely nothing in here for us to look at. If we get a sweep of liquidity right here, I may be interested in it. Sweep it and move the other direction. I doubt we're getting that, based on just the way this is looking. Okay. See what I mean, man? Look at it. It shows like it has the desire to run lower, and then it starts wicking back up. This is why we're waiting. Nice breaker on the 15-minute. I do see lower prices. A rejection right here at midnight open. I really want to get short right now. I'm not going to. That looks nice. This series of down close candles says pay attention. I just don't have a single fair value gap, and all of there's too many options for breakers in here that just are unclear for me. So that's why I didn't take a short. Mitigation block, high, low, lower, high, mitigation. Overlapping with this fair value gap. Let's see if it finds resistance. It should find resistance here. If it doesn't, this would be a nice play to this low resistance liquidity sitting here. Yeah, multiple tags into this 15-minute fair value gap. It did not give me a close on the 1 minute for an entry here. I want to wait for a retracement here.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
I'm not going to let that come back and take me out. Stops at break even. Gonna sell 2 there.
Order submitted.
Needs to close above this. If it doesn't close above this level here, I'm closing the trade. Okay, good. Give me one more. Immediate rebalance to that level there. I need to see it pop right there. All right, it's probably going to stop us out here.
Order canceled.
All right. Choppy, choppy. Nah, I mean, it did run to our level. It just wasn't enough for me to take full profit. You gotta be kidding me.
Order submitted.
It did not sell my position. So, son of a gun. This is a breaker. Nice breaker. That's annoying. See you, TOC. Give me a second, Sandra. I just want to see what's going to happen with price here. Nice rejection, nice reaction from that breaker. 930 price. Trying to decide if I want to take a long from this breaker or not. I got this order block right here. This order block should not be closed below. Should run right here. This is what I would want. I'm not taking this. I'm not going to get in. I'm not going to risk it. It's too 50-50 for me. But based on order flow, breaker, order block, propulsion block, this should expand higher on this candle or the next candle. Now, granted, it is 10:40. We got 5 minutes till the macro. So we'll see what happens there. Sandra, how do you interpret the same bottoms on red and green candles we printed on last 4-minute candles? Like this? Are you talking about the 10:27, 28, 29, and 30? Nothing here. Are 10, 20, just confirm, 10, 27, 28, 29, and 30? Those candles, yes. So how do I interpret this? I wouldn't. There's nothing to interpret. The only thing that I interpret is the sweep of this liquidity, this low right here, we ran below it. I don't care what these two in the middle are doing. It's this candle, 1030, that says pay attention again. And I find my model. I see where my model is. Close below here, target this high. Now, if we had one less candle in here, whether it was green or red, I don't care. That would have been even more exciting. I would have probably taken that on the first one. All right, so far, we had barely a move in the 10 a.m. macro. 11 a.m. macro. We'll see if something comes of this, but when it comes to choppy price action like this, the only times you would probably want to really consider taking trades is during those macro times, especially when we got choppiness around, because it is more probable that it will run during those times than outside those times. I mean, we didn't even run this high. We did run this a little bit, but just all around poor price action. That's why I've been very, very careful. And for the most part, I'm break even. I had three 3 accounts that didn't close at the break-even part, so it went negative a couple dollars. So basically, I'm calling a 1 win and 1 break-even for the day so far. I don't mind break-evens. I would rather have a break-even than a loss. So, Tyler, are you still here? Let me know if you're still here. If you are, I don't mind going through the Trade-of-8, kind of giving you an overview of how to do that. All right, so the answer to your how you do it, basically, once you sign up for Apex, it'll ask you if you want to do a Trade-of-8 account or if you want to do a Rhythmic. You're going to select Trade-of-8 if you want to follow my instructions. And it will give you a username and password. Then you're going to go over to Trade-of-8. You're going to log in with your new username and password. It will there's a couple extra steps just to make sure it works, and then you'll log in. Once you log in, you now have a live account. It's going to say simulation mode. You need to make sure you're selecting demo when you're doing it because it's a demo account. Once you select that, you're going to go over to the right hand side, and you're going to see these down close candles. You can't see it. It's right above the world. So that little world symbol, there's going to be 3, it says application settings. You're going to select that. And then you're going to have all of these options right here. You're going to go add-ons. And then you're going to select TradingView. Activate TradingView. It's absolutely free. And then now you can go into TradingView, which let's jump to the screen. Or here, let me jump to the micro screen. You'll go to TradingView. Let me remove that. And on the bottom, you will see the word, you'll see trading panel. It's going to be right underneath this area down here. You'll select trading panel, and then up will pop a list of the different brokers you can access to. You'll select Trade-of-8, and you'll put in the same username and password that you logged in for on Trade-of-8, and then that is all you have to do. And then you're able to trade with TradingView. Look at that reaction to the midpoint of that fair value gap. Let's see if it gives us a 30-second long. I like this long. It's in the macro time. Potentially low risk to move our stops to break even relatively quickly. So let's see if it actually gives it to us or if we're going to melt here. Not the best candle close on the 30-second there. But it gives us an order block. If we close above this candle and this, that's a higher probability setup that I'm willing to take. But I really do want to see lower prices. It's just, it's not going in that direction. All right, so now that we're getting this down close candle, this becomes less attractive right now until we sweep this low. I would want to sweep this low and then be aggressive, and I would be more interested in this again. There is this small little breaker right here, but it's off of a 930 price, and we didn't run any liquidity up here. Here's a 2-minute. To the downside, we swept a very minor buy side liquidity. We left this up here, didn't run that. This is also a potential. It's not an A+ setup. It's more, I call it a B+. We just recently made these lows, but this could be viewed as manipulation. Honestly, with what we've experienced so far, I don't think I'm going to take anything here. Even though it's the macro time, I think we're probably going to get either an over lunch trade or an afternoon trade that's going to be really nice running these lows or highs. But I just don't want to mess around in this. I mean, starting out, price action is really bad, and it slowly has gotten better. So this right here looks way better than this over here. Since 10:30. So the last basically 20 minutes, 25 minutes has looked significantly better than since opening. Sorry, I don't think I was not on the right screen. What I was saying is, since this period of time right here, all of this price action right here looks way better than all of this price action over here. We still got a minute 25 on this candle for a close below this fair value gap. So it's still a ton of time. We swept liquidity here, swept liquidity here. So this is basically a double manipulation. 1, 2, run this direction. Get both sides out of the trade and then move the direction it wants to go, which could be towards these new day opening gaps. Yeah, this is going to go.
Order submitted.
I'm getting in early. Probably shouldn't have, but I got in. I'm going to move my stop fairly quickly.
Order submitted.
Once we hit this low down here, do not change directions on me. If we get below this this candle right here, I'm gonna move my stop to break even.
Order submitted.
I'm going to get out of that. Son of a gun. That manipulation is on point today. Let's see if it wants to close above this. I'm going to try one more time here, folks.
Order submitted.
I do not like how it stops right there.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
That trade did work out there. It just did not run to the level I wanted it to. So the reason I got stopped out is when you run a low, you move your stop to break even to protect your position. Let's see if it protected my position. Let's see if it was a good decision. Yep. That's why I do it. Right there. Right there. It can still run in our direction. I don't want to deal with a deeper retracement and have to take a freaking loss like it did right here. Right? That is what I want to avoid. Did we run that low? And we never ran this low, so I didn't move my stop to break even. We missed it by basically one handle. Diane, you're welcome to say any of those kind words anytime. That's exactly what I want in this. There's the move. This is not. You say it. It's what people need to hear. They need to feel inspired and have hope that it's possible. Now, if you guys want, here's what I would do. I would take a screenshot of this right here and put it in the folder. I was going to be sarcastic. I put this in the folder of beautiful trading days, because this is what we all dream of trading days like this, where it just goes up and down, back and forth. And it's so congested that you can't even see the fair value gaps. That's what we want. We don't like trading days like this. Nope. It's just moving one direction. It's just too easy. It's too simple. We don't want to trade that. Yes, we do. Look at that. Beautiful trading day. Compared to that. So when I say there will be an option, an opportunity to get better price action, you got potential ranges of a few hundred points. This was 300. This is 300, 200. This is 300 points right here. 400 points. This is a 400 point day. So when we are in a range that's 78 handles top to bottom, there'll be another 20 points outside of this that will give you much better price action. Sandra, I was at my lowest point when I found this channel and literally saw the light. Also been at this back and forth for 5 years doing the wrong things that did not suit my personality and account. Well, thank you, Sandra. I'm grateful that this sparked hope in you. It is possible. So my collective decision is this. I'm not going to do anything in here. It's 11 o'clock right now. Honestly, what I think we should do is call it a day and come back at noon or 1:30 for potential opportunity at 2 o'clock and see if the market gives you anything in there. But if you see stuff like this, it's just stay out. The loss I took, I'm not mad about it because it met my criteria. I hate losing, but I can't be mad at myself. I followed my rules, and when you follow your rules, things happen, right? You don't always get it. So we have sell side, buy side liquidity ran right there. We swept this low, ran into 930. We didn't sweep this one, that's fine. We have lots of red candles showing displacement. We closed below the last one, 5 minute, targeting this low right here. Now we eventually did hit that low before we moved higher. but we got this 1052 candle. This 1052 candle basically is what got me out of the trade. And if I would have followed my rules, this trade worked out. So honestly, if anything, I should be mad at myself for not following my rules. So what are the rules? A close below, entry. A close above, exit. We closed below. We never ran this low. We did wick above my stop loss, but it did not close. It actually closed beneath the fair value gap again. So if anything, what I should have done is said to myself, let's wait for this entry. Let's come back up to this level here. We came back up, and then if it closed right here, that's when I would have done my entry and would have been able to get this in 6 minutes. So this was a winning trade. I just did not execute properly. I didn't execute in a proper way. The main reason why I didn't, why? This was a big stop loss. That's 22 handles. I don't like taking a 22 handle loss. So if anything, I should have waited for this candle to close below it again and give me the confirmation that we're still going to run. And that would have given me the trade. So as I'm verbally processing this out with you guys, I'm seeing my mistake in my trading. Why? Because I was on the 1 minute. I don't even think I was on the 2 minute. Maybe I was on the 2 minute. And I got manipulated by seeing this giant green candle with like 30 seconds left on it. And I ended up selling up here for a loss. I'm pretty sure I had a limit order set right here. And it wicked me out by, what was it? By 2 handles. Yeah, a lot of manipulation here. This is nice. It's just not the best price action, so it can go without me. And it certainly looks like it's going to go without me. And that's fine. Yes, you betcha, Northern. I think there's going to be better options tomorrow. Or at least in the next session. Charles, how long have you been trading? $10 years. Well, I don't know if you signed up to be a part of the Discord or not, but if you did, when you get to, I think it's the 3rd level, which would love for you to be able to do that. Would love for you to share. I'll give you guys a snapshot. I just put it together yesterday. So when on here, so this is oops. All right, so this will be the Discord. But right here under education, there's a section called strategies. And that strategy will give you options to learn different strategies. So the two that I trade are right here. And I'll be writing in, people will be able to comment, put thoughts in here about these specific strategies. But when you're at a particular level within the community, it's called the Covenant Trader level. I think it's the Covenant Trader or the Market Shepherd, one of the two. You can actually add your own strategies in here and share with the community. So we'd love for you to share how you trade, because I know there's way more ways to trade than just the way I trade. And I think that will be helpful to the community. So if you are looking forward to it, and if you haven't, or if you're not planning on it, we'd love to have you. That's just nasty. Look at that, guys, on the 15-minute. See you, Jay. I'll be right back, folks. So my bias, I think, is going to be it's to the downside. So if my bias is to the downside, I don't think that the inversion to the upside could actually complete. I think of a lower probability. But if it does complete and then we reject, that makes this downside move more attractive. But ultimately, I just don't want to do anything in here right now. I'm going to wait. All right, there's a close. Let's see if it wants to push up to the 930 opening price. This will be the last play, folks. I'm not playing it, but we're going to watch it, see if it actually runs, and then we're going to call it a day. Did the 4-minute close? 4-minute closed as well. Taking a long time here. Doesn't look like it's going to play out, folks. We're going to call it a day. It's just really, really slow, and I don't want to do anything stupid, so. Thanks for being here, folks. We will see you tomorrow. God bless. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.